I absolutely hate it. I can't stand it, but I can't help. I'm definitely going to watch it. I can't help it. I'm going to be watching Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul this weekend. But I can't stand the fight. I don't understand why they're doing it. I can, because of the money, but, and sort of other reasons as well, but I just feel like there could be possibly no sort of winner in this fight, if that makes sense. What I mean by that is if Mike Tyson wins, Jake Paul fans are going to be saying, well, of course Mike Tyson should win. He's the greatest fighter of all time. Of course he should have beat Jake Paul. And then Jake Paul's fans, if Jake Paul wins, all the Tyson fans, if Jake Paul wins, are going to be saying, well, Tyson's old, he's past it, and he would have never beaten him in his prime. That's like exactly what Andrew Tate said. Love him or hate him, that's what he said. He said that if he beat Mike Tyson now, it wouldn't mean nothing because he never would have beaten him in his prime. Now, I hope, although it would be impossible to ever find out, I hope we can all agree that if it was Mike Tyson in his prime versus Jake Paul, we've all got to assume that Mike Tyson would win. So, is the age going to be that much of a factor in this fight? Now, me personally, I'm only 37 and I can already feel that I'm not the same as I was when I was 19, trying to get to the highest level in training, when you're like most fittest, most sharp, most explosive, most accurate, when you've got all your timing right. Even I can feel at my age that it's already slowly diminishing. Now, don't get me wrong, Mike Tyson's a million times the athlete I am, and if anyone could do it, it could be Mike Tyson. But like I said, saying all that, I know he's got the best training out there, but I just feel like age is such a factor, and I feel like it's going to be a factor in this fight. I feel like if Mike Tyson's going to win, he needs to win it within the first few rounds. And Mike Tyson knows this, and Jake Paul knows this. So Jake Paul has just got to survive these first few rounds. And this could make it a very frustrating fight because he could be just jabbing and moving and trying to get out of the way, and when Tyson closes that distance, he could just grab hold of Mike Tyson until the ref breaks it and try and tire him out that way, which will be a shame to watch because it's a bit of a, with the techniques and the tactics, I don't really like it when fighters do that. That's why I think I like Thai boxing and MMA so much more, because obviously when you grab on, the fight is still going on, where obviously in boxing when they grab on, that's when they break the fight up. And I feel like Jake Paul's going to have to do that in the first few rounds to slow the onslaught of Mike Tyson down. Now, the other reason why I think Jake Paul is going to have that slight advantage and slight better chance, other than the age and the youth, is the fact of Mike Tyson's style has been so replicated and copied now. There's so many fighters out there. Don't get me wrong, none of them has done it as well as Mike Tyson, but practice that Mike Tyson, that peekaboo stance, that slipping. I even muck about with it sometimes in my videos. Everyone, or not everyone, but there's so many fighters out there that could do it, and I know Jake Paul will be able to get loads of big, heavy sparring partners to replicate that movement, that head movement, that slipping, that peekaboo style. The reason why Mike Tyson was so successful with it when he was doing it is because he was just so explosive and so powerful, even though people by then started trying to mimic the sparring partners trying to do that, no one could do it quite as good as Mike Tyson. But now, with his age, where I feel like he's going to slow down a bit, it will be a little bit easier for Jake Paul to deal with it. Another thing which I feel like people are not necessarily always talking about with this fight is another reason why this is going to be an advantage to Jake Paul, again with the age of Mike Tyson, is the damage. Is Mike Tyson still going to be able to take the shots. I mean, if he would have retired a little bit early on in his career, maybe, but he did go on a little bit and he has took some damage, he has been knocked out. Now, when you get older, it's a proven fact that your brain starts to shrink. I mean, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know, but this is what the medical field say, is your brain starts to shrink. So it's more easy to suffer with concussions and to get knocked out easier as you get older. And Mike Tyson is going to be, what, 58 or 59? Let me know in the comment section if I've got that right. But he's definitely no spring chicken no more. And that's why, sadly, I'm going to have to go with Jake Paul, even though I'm a massive Mike Tyson fan and I desperately want Mike Tyson to win this. Nothing necessarily against Jake Paul. I understand why he's doing it. He's going to be bringing in a load of money. He's a sensible businessman in that sense. And he is a fighter. He's a legit fighter. In fact, I've been one of the only people, because I come from the MMA background, being sticking up for him, saying that he's going to beat some of these MMA fighters when he was fighting them. But I don't know. Like I said, I think he's going to beat Mike Tyson, but I don't want him to beat Mike Tyson. I don't really like him in that sense for picking this fight, because I don't think he would have ever beaten Mike Tyson in his prime. So let's just hope Mike Tyson wins. But no matter what, if whoever wins, if Jake Paul after this needs, in my eyes, if he wants to be still classed serious as a fighter, because even like I said, if he knocks out Mike Tyson, people are going to say he's old, he's past it. If he wants to be considered serious fighter, I feel like he needs to fight proper boxers. So after this, no more trying to fight people who are not quite boxers, like MMA fighters and stuff like that, or fighting people who's older and past their prime. He needs to start fighting legitimate boxers to be taken serious as a boxer, which I feel like he does want to be taken serious as a boxer. It's not just about making the money for him, because I'm pretty sure he's famous enough now he can make money in other ways. And with Mike Tyson, I feel like, again, he's famous enough to make money in other ways. He could, I mean, there's loads of different ways how Mike Tyson could make money. He's still a household name. He doesn't necessarily need to fight. I think maybe this is to spark that fire in him. As a fighter, I understand this, which ain't ever going to go away. Do you know what I mean? Especially for someone like Mike Tyson. Do you know what I mean? He's probably got it a million times worse than how I feel like sometimes that I want to get back in the ring. He's probably even a million times worse for him, because he was the greatest. At one point, he was the greatest heavyweight in his time. So I can understand why he wants to do it, but I don't think it's a good idea. Let me know in the comment sections what you lot think. Smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you all soon.